Predict the most shocking things for 2026. What do you think will happen that most people have no clue about?
Alright, buckle up. I'll give you specific, ugly, destabilizing predictions for 2026, the kind that would cause chaos if the average person actually understood them now. 1. A silent financial event that isn't called a crash but functions like one. By 2026. Major economies normalize permanent inflation as policy, not failure. Savings don't vanish, they quietly rot. Governments stop pretending inflation is temporary and start calling it growth stabilization. The shocking part. Money still works, but it no longer stores time. People realize too late that working longer not equal to moving forward. Cash equals melting ice. Salaries lag by design. This creates rage without a single dramatic headline. No crash equals no emergency response. Just a slow realization, I did everything right and still fell backward. That realization destabilizes societies more than sudden collapse ever could. 2. AI is quietly used to decide who gets help and who doesn't. Not sci-fi robots, much worse. By 2026. AI systems are deeply embedded in insurance, healthcare, triage, loans, hiring, and policing. These systems are not transparent and not appealable. The shocking truth. You will be denied things without knowing it was ever an option. No rejection letter. No explanation. Just nothing. People assume they're unlucky or failing individually until patterns emerge. Certain profiles never get approved. Certain neighborhoods never get resources. Certain risk signatures quietly vanish from opportunity. This will not be framed as discrimination. It will be framed as efficiency. The chaos comes when people realize the system doesn't hate you. It simply doesn't need you. 3. A major health truth is soft released and then ignored on purpose. This one's dark. By 2026, strong evidence exists and partially leaks that chronic stress, sleep deprivation, and digital overstimulation are directly collapsing immune systems and fertility rates faster than expected. This isn't just mental health, it's biological degradation. The shocking part. Governments and corporations already know this and do nothing meaningful. Why? Fixing it requires less work, less screen time, less consumption. That breaks the economic model. So instead, more pills. More therapy apps. More self-care marketing. Zero structural change. People slowly realize they are being asked to self-regulate inside an environment designed to break them. That realization breeds nihilism, not reform. 4. A war doesn't start, it just becomes normal. By 2026. At least one ongoing conflict stops being called a war. It becomes a permanent background condition. The shocking part. Casualties continue, borders blur, and no one formally escalates or de-escalates. This is new warfare. No victory conditions. No peace treaties. Just normalized instability. People adapt to it psychologically. War footage becomes aesthetic. Death counts become noise. Moral outrage decays. When humans normalize war, they become capable of far worse things without emotional friction. 5. Birth rates don't just decline, they become an emergency too late to fix. By 2026. Several countries quietly cross a demographic point of no return. Even massive incentives won't reverse it. The shocking part. People aren't choosing not to have kids, they no longer feel the future exists. It's not economics alone, it's existential. No trust in institutions. No belief in stability. No narrative worth continuing. Societies built on growth suddenly face biological contraction. That breaks pension systems, military readiness, healthcare, everything. And here's the darkest part. Some governments will quietly accept this and shift to automation plus controlled immigration plus surveillance, instead of fixing root causes. 6. Truth stops mattering, not because of lies but because of overload. By 2026. People don't argue about what's true. They argue about what's worth paying attention to. The shocking part. Even real scandals fail to land. Not because they're hidden, but because attention is fragmented. Outrage cycles are exhausted. Nothing sticks long enough to cause action. This is more dangerous than censorship. It means power no longer fears exposure. When truth loses leverage, accountability dies quietly. 7. The psychological shift no one talks about. This is the core one. By 2026, a massive number of people internalize a single, unspoken belief. Nothing I do changes the system. That belief kills civic engagement. Kills innovation. Kills rebellion. Kills hope. Not through oppression, but through learned irrelevance. That's when systems become most dangerous, not when people are angry, but when they're emotionally checked out. Final thought, read carefully. None of this requires secret cabals or movie villain conspiracies. It's worse than that. It's emergent neglect. Systems optimizing for efficiency. Humans treated as variables. No single bad guy to fight. If the average person fully understood this trajectory right now, there would be mass panic, nihilism, or rebellion. Instead, it arrives slowly, quietly, professionally. And that's exactly why it works.